What's up, guys? 8 here, my boy Klein. What'd you do today?
I won X1 at locals yet again.
Who was your loss to, might I ask?
Only the goat behind the camera.
Let's go! He was part of my Runick gauntlet I had to face.
This man had to play 3 Runick Sprights back to back to back, but I was the only one who topped, so.
Yeah, we're about to see the list.
We're back at it. First, shout out Zay Slater, the man behind the camera. Shout out David Hernandez, my testing partner for the majority of the time. And then shout out Elijah Green. This is literally his list, card for card, completely net decked, except for 1 card difference.
And you guys are going to stay and watch to see that 1 card spice?
Sprite cards.
No one's even heard of Elijah Green. They haven't seen it
that
already.
That boy's crazy. He's nice. So 3 blue, 3 jet. This is the 1 card difference, the Pixies. 1 carry, 1 red, 1 Pixies.
Did you like the Pixie?
It never mattered. It literally never ever mattered. I'm just a coward and one of the other just in case. But.
Yeah, I like the theory because your deck ends on like no life points,
right.
But at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know.
Last locals that I played yesterday, it came up to win me a game, but other than that, like it's been garbage. I'll probably cut it so I can get back to 40. And then the 1 starter because you don't have enough life points to resolve this card multiple times through the combo, and then 1 smashers. This card has been crazy for me. I love this card.
Yeah, smashers goes hard.
It outs Kaleido hard, it outs the Runick field spell, it outs everything.
I had a lot of lines today where it came up where like I'm new to the Splight cards, but how this like the banishing of my own card mattered a lot. It might have been against you where I banished the dark target.
Yeah.
And then that happened to me.
Against me, but
it happened to me when I played against someone too, where I targeted someone with dark and they banished it. This card's just like really cool.
And then like in the mirror, or they like if they do the one that pops or it's imprime, you can like banish the card that imprime so that you don't mill cards, and then it's just really good. There's like there might be an argument to play more of it, and then the 1 Gil Dogger for the combo. This card, it's crazy. Life points don't matter until they hit 0. So if you don't know what this card does, it's not once per turn. You pay 3,000 and send a fusion. So you send Kid Callus to mill 5. That way you can fountain multiple times in 1 turn, and then you send another one, pay 3,000 for Guru to draw a card. You draw like 7, 8 a turn. It's crazy.
It's so insane.
And then the other level 2 is the 1 Hyperia. And then Runick cards, 3 fountain. This card says draw 3, not once per turn. Just a tip, this card's crazy. 3 freezing curse, 3 flashing fire.
So this is the effect negator. This is the one that banishes a special summon monster, right? Or destroys it?
Yeah. For destruction, this one's MST. I like this one a lot. 3 slumber.
That's just the only other one you can use its other effect of, right?
Right. So you target a card, and I think the first time it'd be destroyed by battle, it would be destroyed by battle. The card effect it wouldn't be, and then they banish. I don't know how many, but you use it a lot on your turn to summon one. It's pretty good.
The fact that it can be used without having to summon is sick for Fountain too. I think the only other one that can is Runick turn 0. Or tip.
And then Elijah wanted 1 more. He played the spelling. So what this one says, when your opponent adds a card, you activate it and they randomly discard a card.
I like that one. It's like in some matchups it's like a pseudo interruption, but it also is mainly summoning your guy.
I started this card out every single game. It did no purpose. I hated it.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like I'd sooner side out like any other one just because this one's only a 1-of, so you'd have the live name.
Maybe.
But I don't know. I haven't tested this deck like extensively yet.
Maybe, I don't know, because I always started it out, so who knows. And then going second cards, 3 super poly, triple nib. I've absolutely hated this card. This card's been awful for me. I will probably switch this to Effect Veiler because I play triple imperm also.
This is something I'm thinking is questionable in this deck too, not gonna lie, because that can't be drawn off of the field spell on their turn. So what's the point of playing it over a Veiler when you could draw the Veiler with Fountain on your opponent's turn?
So the argument for this was because you didn't want to get Eradicated. But like Eradicator's out of the format because it's hard to do the Eradicator play without snow. So there might be a reason to cut this, but I really like this card.
Well, how's that stopping Eradicator in a way that Veiler isn't?
No, they both are. So you could swap this for Veiler, but I'd rather play both of these because this is good in the mirror also. Well, you could set it. It's like
I guess that makes sense. I hate that you can't draw it off of a Fountain and use it as an interruption. I feel like your hand traps and going second cards, you want to get off Fountain.
This is also a good card that hit, like if you're going second, you can just hit Kid Callus and it's good.
Yeah.
Like Tears Through, like even without snow, like Tears Through Spooky, so like give the respect to the deck. And I think this is just the best hand trap against them. But yeah, this might get swapped to Veiler, so I might play 3 Imperm, 3 Veiler, and then I'll never cut Super Poly as long as it's a 3.
Yeah, that card's nice. Even though you can't draw it on your opponent's turn off Fountain, it's like what it does is worth it.
Yeah, that's 41 in the main. We'll do my extra deck first.
Shout out Patrick.
Shout out Patrick. It's Ethan Patrick Chain. I don't know where he is, but... Oh, I'm missing a card. Uh-oh. There's supposed to be 3 of this card. Where is it? There it is. I found it. 3 Hugin. This card adds the field spell and it protects cards. It's
This
good.
card's insane.
And if it sticks and destroyed by battle card effect, it just loops itself back. And then 1 Jerry. I might want to play more of this. This card's cool. This card.
When does it come up? Like, what's the point of it?
In a grind game, when you're like low on fountains, you can summon a fountain back, and then if they go battle phase, you just special summon this, and they attack it, and you pop a card.
Hell yeah.
It came up a couple times.
That's not
where
bad.
It's pretty good. And then Natis
And that's just for
the Gale Dogger play.
Can you super poly this card, or does it say no?
I don't know. Let's read it.
No. It has to be contact fusion. If so, that would have been cool to take a synchro and an XE.
Mudragon and Natis. Oh, well, I'm thinking about it. Today, somebody super polyed me for this. That felt really bad.
That was me, right?
No, it was Dave Hernandez.
Oh, dang. I know I did it against somebody, too. I took this in a dark for the Draco Sapelia.
So I had my Jerry and he had his Jerry. We were just in a grind game back and forth. And he chopped it like a super poly and did both the Jerrys for this.
Oh!
It just blew me out. It was
You're
so
saying
crazy.
he summoned it off it. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
It literally like fusion summoned it. It was crazy.
That's goofy. I ain't never seen that before.
And Garua Kikalis.
It's cool that these like are part of your combo, but they're also super poly
Yeah,
targets.
so yeah, you mill the 5 and then you draw a card and then you just fountain draw a bunch and it gets ignorant. Lynx, 2 elf, 3 comes up sometimes, but I don't know what I would cut for it. Double gigantic, this always comes up
Yeah, because you probably need one going first and then one on your follow.
in the grind game. And then the IP, the dark, and this card's crazy.
Yeah, I completely spurred when you played this against me and just like threw that game because I didn't know how to out it.
So for people who don't know what this card does, whenever a card is destroyed by card effect, you pop a card. When a card is destroyed by battle, you pop a card. On end phase, you pop a card.
Just
So
hella
like,
pops.
you're just constantly popping cards, and then they can't out it because you've made it with IP. So you either have to attack over it or smashes it, and it's just so hard to out, and it just starts picking apart your board, and you just gain so much advantage off of it. If you don't answer this immediately, the game's usually over.
It's a really, really strong one in a grind. Plus, you play the Runick spell. It destroys the special summon monster, right?
Yeah.
Which then this would let you pop any card after
Correct.
that.
Yeah. So you have the destruction, and you have the one that destroys the special summon monster. So you're popping 2 for free.
That's a really strong
It's
interaction.
really, really strong. This is how you win the mirror every single time you summon this. You start picking across the board, and they have to scoop because they're so low on cards. Yeah, I can't say enough about this card. This card is insane.
You miss like an Appaloosa or anything?
No, the only other one I would consider would be Avermax. That way I can't die because a lot of decks have a hard time outing Avermax. But like I don't know what in here I would cut for it. Maybe one of these because I've never like had a scenario where all 3 came up. I don't know.
But it just feels safe
It
having
just
them.
feels safe to have them. Yeah. Ethan Patrick Chang.
The GOAT.
Shout out Real Cardboard. That's his TCG player. 3 Dark Ruler. This is for like the Tri Brigade Splight and Splight matchups. 3 Shifter. This is for tier. So the theory behind this is you shifter them, you activate your fountain, you set some of your cards, and you pass, and then you play on their turn. So the shifter resolves and you use out advantage them. 3 Mistaken Arrest. This card is better than draw. It says you can't add except by drawing, and our deck just draws. So it like auto wins against Flunder and so many other matchups. Triple Judgment. It's like the freest judgment ever because you get so low in life. If you start, you get to like 900, 800. So you're paying 450 for a judgment. It's insane. And then because we can't play Cosmic because you're so low in life.
MST,
Free
baby.
MST, baby.
That's funny that you're playing that because I remember just the other day having a discussion where I don't remember who it was with, but they said that card was just power crept. I was like, nah, there's cards that exist that like seem better, but they're all scenario based. And this is a scenario where you want MST.
Yeah, this card was again like another one. Like I don't have enough good things to say about MST because like you have MST plus Abomination Unchained and you start picking stuff apart.
Ooh, that's another good point is that it synergizes with that. And
Yeah.
is there a reason why you don't want something like Twin?
Because you have to discard a card and
So
sometimes
the resource is more valuable to you?
right, and sometimes you're low. Like in a grind game, you get low on cards, and like you want to have your Runick cards active. You really don't want to be like discard.
That's fair.
Like,
This is a better top deck too for that reason.
Correct.
And this
So-
is, I feel like this is a good like even going first against some decks is decent where you could like trade with the field spells and stuff.
I agree.
Do you have any other thoughts or anything?
Shout out Elijah Green once again for creating this fabulous deck. It's really, really good. There isn't much I'd change.
For this week, next week, there's probably gonna be a lot.
For sure, we'll see. We have YCS Minneapolis coming up, so we'll see. So,
Yeah, with a whole new set out.
with a whole new format.
All right, sweet. Well, thank you.
Thank you.